Hey, what's up everybody? Q Salazar here. So last month Ubisoft contacted me and invited me to try out Watch Dogs Legion online. Usually when I get these invites, it's coupled with a trip to San Francisco, and I'm put up in a nice hotel and I'm fed some cool snacks and food and everything. But of course, with this pandemic, none of that stuff's happening. So the way they do it is they just allow me to play a build of the game that they want me to check out. So that's what we did.
DedSec app installed. Your boring factory optic has been officially cracked, which means that your Bagley AI assistant has also been upgraded to the super intelligent, super useful, questionably ethical version. That's me, and you are a prospective DedSec recruit, a sweet supple summer fawn taking your first steps into the minefield that is London. Let's do our best to keep you alive, shall we? DedSec started as a hacker collective, but we evolved into a high-tech resistance that stands up for anyone who's tired of taking society's shit. Here's what we're up against today. We've got Clan Kelly, a criminal organization that uses the dark web to sell everything from pills to people. There's the crypto-fascists at SARS who use London's world-class surveillance infrastructure to keep you oppressed. And there's the regular fascists at Albion who use boots and guns and stuff to do the same thing. Still interested? Thought so. Now here's the rub. In order to push back against the corrupt power structure of the city, DedSec had to grow, but the larger it got, the more it became part of that power structure itself. So, short version, we had to find a way to keep ourselves accountable. Stupid version, who DedSec's the DedSec? That's why we decentralized DedSec into a series of small, independent cells. Our civilian contacts identify threats to their communities, and these independent cells are free to deal with those threats however they want. Though to be honest, it usually involves a lot of stun guns and hacking. It's up to you to build one of these cells from the ground up. But before we make this marriage official, we have to make sure you're up to fighting hordes of highly trained mercenaries and drones with flesh-melting missiles. Between you and me, we've burnt through a lot of well-meaning dog walkers. You got all that? Good. Operative registration confirmed. You've been activated.
So as you know, Watch Dogs Legion Online was supposed to launch with the game when it came out last year, or actually, like a little bit after the game's launch. But of course that was delayed. Now, as of February 23rd, 2021, Watch Dogs Legion Online is now available, and I got to spend a few hours with it. So here is what it was like. It reminded me of Red Dead Online, where it's this online world that has its own missions and its own activities that's kind of separate from the main campaign. You can't bring over your recruits from the campaign. You can't bring over your skills and abilities from the campaign. You're basically starting from scratch in this online world. So the online world of Watch Dogs Legion Online has all types of different activities. You got solo missions called assignments. Sometimes they require you to rescue a hostage or upload some malware somewhere. And then there's like city events where it's a timed activity that'll just randomly pop up somewhere in the city, like a drone going crazy that you and your friends have to take down. Each of these activities earn you cosmetics, currency, and influence points. Influence points is the main thing you want. They're similar to the tech points that was in the campaign. Influence points, you need those to upgrade your abilities and your skills, and you also need those to recruit on the streets of London. Watch Dogs Legion Online will also have like a season type of system where you have numerous goals to attain to grow your progression, and you do that by doing the activities and certain things. You know how seasons goes in these online games. So I got to try out 3 activities in online mode. I got to do part of a co-op mission because I was a little bit late, so I got to do part of a co-op mission with 3 other guys. Then we did the Spiderbot PVP Arena, and then we did the Tactical Ops, which is kind of like a raid that's in Watch Dogs Legion Online. But before all of that, I had to do an onboarding mission that required me to go to a location to download some material and bring it back to another location. Kind of your regular solo mission where you kind of have to sneak in and sneak out while staying in place, and stay in place while you're downloading this information. It wasn't too difficult. And then after I got done with that onboarding mission, I joined the guys that were in the middle of a co-op mission. So my 3 teammates were in the middle of a rescue mission, and they were supposed to rescue this hostage, but they were totally surrounded by these powerful soldiers and enemies. And of course I didn't have time to recruit anyone with some significant type of weapon, so all I had was the non-lethal taser pistol, SMG, and shotgun, and they didn't do too well. I mean, I had to like empty clips in enemies to take them out, so a good heads up is to get some guys with guns before going into these missions, because they're not easy. Fortunately, my teammates were equipped better, and we were able to rescue the hostage and escort him out into safety. But the mission wasn't done. We had to go to another location and stop these terrorists, or this group of Albion rogue agents or whatever, from sending out these cars that had bombs on them. I intentionally started the gun battle when we pulled up, and we were immediately surrounded. We got swarmed, but we were able to back them off a bit and be able to steal the cars. The mission was we were supposed to steal the cars and dump them in the river. And then when you took the cars and you left the location, a timer started, but we didn't know that there was a timer that had begun, or none of us noticed it at first. And some of the guys that took the car didn't know where to go and didn't know what to do, and then by the time they figured it out, timer expired and we failed the mission. And of course, since time is of the essence, we weren't able to do the mission over again to try to accomplish it. It actually took us right back to the beginning of that mission, so we would have to do that whole gun battle and rescue mission all over again to get to the part where we had failed. So of course we didn't have time to do that all over again, so we moved to the Spiderbot Arena, which is the PvP. So Spiderbot Arena is a free-for-all 2 to 4 player deathmatch consisting of 6-minute rounds where you control a spider bot that's equipped with a default machine gun. We played on 2 different maps, and each map has a variety of power-up pickups laying around. Some of them have targeting missiles, some of them have a powerful shotgun-like weapon, a heavy machine gun. There's health regeneration pickups. For the match, you just go in, with what you have. There's no loadouts or anything. You can choose a skin to decorate your spider bot, and I guess you can probably unlock more when the game comes out, but that was about it before the match started. Now, they're super easy to control, just like in the campaign, but I'm just trash. I'm terrible at it, guys, to be honest. I don't know what it was. I mean, I started off hot. I got, a couple kills, and then I was able to get a kill streak, which kind of temporarily lets you know where all the other players are on the map. But my guys, they were just smoking me, inside out. And I'm kind of embarrassed to show this score, but, whatever. It was still fun, though. And, of course, with practice, I can get better. But Spiderbot Arena is pretty fun. I think a lot of people will enjoy it, and it'll probably be one of the popular activities in Watch Dogs Legion Online. The final activity we did was a tactical ops activity, which is like a raid-like activity that you need 4 players to participate in.
Thank you all for responding to the alert. I'm afraid our worst fears have come true. Some Albion genius worked out you don't have to keep inventing new drones to police the world when you have thousands already. See, Albion contracted Tidus to develop an adaptive artificial neural network for their old Predator drones. It allows them to communicate and coordinate with each other through their AI accelerators. And once Albion shares this technology with its global clients, you've got a hive mind of lethal drones keeping the peace everywhere the same way Albion does in London. The intel comes from George Cordero, a Tidus AI programmer and whistleblower. I'll connect you with him once you're on site. He should have all the information we need to find this baby AI and leave a few choking hazards in its crib.
It was called Leader of the Pack, and it consists of 5 missions, and they are pretty difficult. So difficult that the developer that was working with us told us, hey guys, you guys need to get some recruits that have heavy guns, and just be prepared and arm yourselves. So the first is like even though there's 5 missions, there's multiple parts in each mission. So the first mission within the Leader of the Pack was called Trouble at Tidus, and the first task within that mission was to download some credentials at 2 different locations at the same time. So we had to split the team in 2. So two guys went north, 2 guys went south, and we had to sneak in or break in these 2 locations to download this information. And then when we get to the spot, we kind of had to coordinate over chat so we can download the information at the same time. And it wasn't easy because those places are heavily guarded with soldiers, with drones, with turrets, and they are powerful, and you know, they are armored to the teeth. Also, keep in mind that we had to unlock doors. We had to find keys to unlock doors to get access to the places where we needed to download, you know, the information we needed to download. So when you die, your teammate needs to revive you, you know, within a certain amount of time, or else the mission fails. And we died a few times. We were finally successful in that first task when we switched places and we were able to get the information and escape from the location. But as soon as we did that, a timer started, and we had 10 minutes to regroup at another location to upload this information, another heavily guarded building. So we regroup around this terminal while fighting off waves and waves of powerful enemies, and we all have to stay together too, because we have to be close to that terminal so everything uploads. It was fun. It was actually pretty fun. Then once we uploaded that information, we had to destroy 2 terminals in the lab and then escape the building. So we destroyed the 2 terminals, but everybody didn't make it out in time. One of the guys died, and we were unable to go and revive him because he was surrounded by enemies. And when he died, we had to start the mission all over again. Of course, doing those first 2 tasks in the very first mission of that 5-part tactical ops activity took us like almost, you know, hour and a half, 2 hours. It wouldn't take us that long because we know what we have to do this time, but it took us a minute to figure out, you know, the whole system and how to get things going. We really wanted to give it another shot, but our time was limited and we had to, you know, log out because of Ubisoft gave us a time limit. So we were unable to accomplish that, but I'm definitely looking forward to tackling that again. And Watch Dogs Legion Online so far looks pretty good. So that's all I got for you. It was pretty fun, and let me know what you think if you get to try it out. Talk to you soon. Peace.